Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here, and just to say that today I'm recording on Mr Panasonic, so it's old school, because Mr GoPro Hero 4 has gone on holiday. He's gone to Sicily with my son James and his girlfriend Gemma, and they're flying off on Monday to have a wonderful week there. So, but he asked me whether he could take Mr GoPro with him, so I've let him go. James, you remember from a previous video, is the chap who put the Segway bits together, and that we had a wonderful time at Leeds Castle. So that's about 3 or 4 videos back. But this is this will be part 7 of the Columbia 118 tabletop Glorfonia, and things have really come on. But I want to do something before then. I just want to give you 1 or 2 other updates and things I found. So the first thing is I found a really good record in the charity shop in Maidstone, a bit unusual one. It's this one here, and it's called She Shall Have Music, Mrs Jack Hylton. Would you believe? I don't know what her real Christian name was, but she's called Mrs Jack Hylton. And this record came out in 1988. So, and of course, we all know that Jack Hylton went to America, and when he was there, his wife actually looked after the band, and she's got quite a nice voice actually. She's a singer, band leader and singer, and so what I thought I'd do this afternoon is actually play you on my school record player the first track in which she announces herself, which is quite nice actually, so which I thought was quite good. Just 1 or 2 other things before we get that far though, just a couple other things. I've still got I have a very nice Panasonic cassette deck, and it's a direct drive system which was broken when I got it, and I've repaired it and it's really working well. I've had it a few years now, and so I found an El Boli cassette on eBay, and it was $1.99. I mean, it's a dead format, isn't it? A bit like, so I purchased it, and here it is, and it's called The Very Thought of You. Funny enough, I've got another cassette with the same name but different tunes on here. I played the first track on here. It plays very well. It's actually been slightly digitally remastered using a system by Cedar, where they take out the pops and crackles but leave the music behind, and also obviously El Boli singing. The first track sounds really good on the Akai system and in the office. So, just thought I'd mention that. The other thing is, I was in the charity shop today, and the 3 tenors played in America. Domingo, Pavarotti and Carreras, and that was back in 1994. Some of you may remember they did 2 concerts. This is the first one, so I found that on a very nice CD, and I've been playing that this morning. We're doing some work in my office, and really nice, particularly I think Around the World, which is where they sing things from Hollywood and other parts of the world, and it's a live broadcast, and very, very nice. And I've got it on cassette, I've got it on LP as well, but this is a really good transfer, digitally mastered. And then last but not least, Mr Crosby and classics from him on a 10-inch. I found this one a couple of weeks back, did you ever see A Dream Walking? Well, we know that's an El Boli number. Sweet Georgia Brown. I've got the wind I've got the world on a string. Get it right. And A Ghost of a Chance, My Honey Love in Arms, How Deep is the Ocean, and Sir Louis Blues. It's a really nice number actually. A bit warm this one, but it's still there. So it's on the Fatona label as well. Very nice. Okay, so let's getting down to business with Mr Glorfonia. But before then, let's listen to Mrs Jack Hylton. What I'll do is I'll set it off, and then I'll take Mr Panasonic off his perch so that we can see the record and the sleeve as well. Okay, so just bear with me a second. Here we go.
Hello everybody, this is Mr Mrs. Hylton speaking, gives the boys and myself great pleasure to record for the first time on Crown Records. And here is In the Little Gypsy Tea Room. I do hope you'll like it. In the little gypsy tea room, when I was feeling blue. It was in the little gypsy tea room I first laid eyes on you. When the gypsy came to read the tea leaves, it made me feel quite gay. When she said that someone in the tea room would steal my heart away, I really would, but just imagine my surprise. You made the story quite believable, right there in front of my eyes. With a smile that's sweeter than the roses, you made a dream come true. It was in a little gypsy tea room I gave my heart to you.
Well, there we go. That was Mrs. Hylton. So let's just, before she starts the next track, there we go. Fine. Thank you very much there, Mrs. Hylton. So now moving on to the 118, Columbia 118. So you will notice that there's a broken 6-inch Eclipse record on the turntable, partly because I want to play that one too as a test, because it's a fine tune. It's a record by the Radio Syncopators, and they actually make an announcement at the end of this record. It's very sad that it came to me broken, because the tune is really nice, and we'll get that far. But as you can see, things have really moved on now, and so it's all back together. It's all had a bit of nearly a final polish. I've just got some screws to put here, just to put the motorboard back. And the sound box, this sound box actually, I don't know what, there's no maker's name on this sound box. It's very similar to the one I've got in the main house, and I've adapted it so that it will actually fit this particular tone arm. I'm just going to find the bits here. So it actually had one of these type fittings, and which was the through screws, 3 screws there, get it right. But of course, this actually fits inside another sleeve to fit onto the tone arm. This tone arm doesn't work like that. It fits on the outer. So it also had these very brittle, well, they are brittle, these would have been made of rubber gaskets. So I've replaced these rubber gaskets with my own, using bits and pieces I've got in my workshop here, and it actually works very well. So that's the first thing I've done, and the Micra on this is really in first class condition. It came in one of those very nice boxes, sound boxes, reproducer boxes that they produced, and has a centerpiece as well, so you drop that in there. And I bought these a few years ago on eBay, And the other thing I've done is I have replaced all the feet. I think I said that last time. So these bits these all went very hard and nasty, and all the other pieces as well. I had to make a special plinth here to cover the screw hole where the amplification horn goes, because this tone arm is not the original. It's one that I've had in my box of parts, because it actually fits slightly inside where the screws are, and also I pushed some rubber bushes in there so that it's makes a nice firm fit, so you get a nice sound pressure going through there, which then of course comes out of the double reflex horn that's here. I've readjusted the speed, so we're going at 78 now. And the new brake I put on there. I put these two little posts here so that you could actually take out this motor board much easier, because it was quite a fiddle to get it out last time. So rather than just hanging on to the middle of the motor, I've just put these in here, so they just add an addition basically. And I think that's about all. The other thing I've done, of course, is the lid. The lid is still under a bit of a refurbishment. There we are. If you remember, this was quite bubbly before. The whole thing is made of is mahogany. So I've just got some more rubbing down to do on this lid, and then I'll be putting back put back the hinge, the piano hinge, which goes down here. That fits very nicely on there. There's still a bit of work to be done on that, and then I will varnish that, give that a nice final coat of clear varnish, which will bring it all very out. So I just got to rub down some other areas that were a bit badly damaged basically, but it's starting to look really good now, and I'm really pleased with everything. So all the louvers are nicely working. So without further ado, let's just release the brake, and I'm just going to check that this is in the right place. There we go, and play. Anyway, enjoy.
The Radio Syncopators have just played Syncopators with a Smile.
There we go. So the Radio Syncopators have just sung one of their favourites, played one of their favourite songs there, Go to Bed with a Smile. It's a pity that it's been broken, because I do like the song, and I certainly like the instrumentation or the orchestration of the dance band. If anybody knows anything about the Radio Syncopators, then I'd be really interested to know who they were. I haven't actually looked them up actually on the internet, but I'm sure they were one of the bands that were playing at the time. And I've got some other records, from the 6-inch collection. So you can see Robbie there; he's sitting on a few of them. And I'll pick out some little gems because there are some there. But I've got a pile here, which are very nice as well. But some of the labels start to get a bit faded after a while. But nice tunes. Anyway, just to update you, part 7 of the 118 Columbia Glorphonia, and look forward to your comments. See you all later.